Now, as we warned you last night, the disastrous border bill is nothing more than a blatant attempt by Biden and the left. They just want to shift the blame for his border crisis squarely onto the shoulders of Republicans. This is his and his alone. And speaking at the White House today, Joe tried to do just that. Take a look.
So I'm calling on Congress to pass this bill, get it to my desk immediately. But if the bill fails, I want to be absolutely clear about something. The American people are going to know why it failed. I'll be taking this issue to the country, and the voters are going to know that it's not just a moment. Just at the moment, we're going to secure the border and fund these other programs. Trump and the MAGA Republicans said no, because they're afraid of Donald Trump. Afraid of Donald Trump. Every day between now and November, the American people are going to know that the only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
That is a big lie. We'll break it down in a second. Now, echoing Biden's remarks, his press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, added this at today's White House briefing. Take a look at this.
So,
I mean, they voted. They've actually voted.
The first 2 years, no responsibility.
I'm not saying that Democrats have not been in control the first 2 years. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying House Republicans have gotten in the way. They have. They have purposefully gotten in the way in trying to fix what's happening at the border.
Oh, so now it's all the Republicans' fault that Joe Biden's wide open border with 10 million unvetted illegal immigrants, he has no responsibility in that. I thought they kept telling us, though, that the border is closed and the border is secure. Like, Democrats have been telling us this for 3 years. In case you might have forgotten, I'll remind you. Take a look.
Sounds to most folks like a crisis.
Well, look, it's way down now. We've now gotten control.
Precisely that. The border is closed.
Nor could I have been clearer and continue to be so, which is the border is closed.
The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border.
The border, we are working to make the border more secure.
You're confident this border is secure?
We have a secure border in that is a priority for any nation, including ours and our administration.
We agree that the border is secure.
Well, they peddled that lie for 3 years. We all know the truth. They're lying to us. That has not stopped the media mob, of course, from backing Biden and all those attempts to blame Republicans. They're now joining on board. They take their talking points seriously. Take a look.
You have one of the slimmest majorities in the House in history. Don't you have to compromise to get something done? What you passed in the House can't pass in the Senate, Mr. Speaker. You know that.
This is almost entirely a border security bill, and its provisions include longtime GOP priorities that the party restrictionists could never have passed only a few months ago. Are you listening, Mikey? Just because Donald tells you to jump doesn't mean that you have to put America's security at risk.
Last night, a bipartisan group of senators unveiled a compromise bill, but the Republican Speaker of the House says it's dead on arrival.
But the border, I mean, we're looking every day at the invasion of migrants, and they're playing a time game with politics on this. Couldn't that pressure put to bear in their home states?
Dead on arrival, the Speaker of the House vowing to tank the historic border deal reached by both parties in the Senate. And on defense over accusations, it's Donald Trump pulling the strings.
All right, let me educate Joe Biden and all his willing accomplices of liars that I call the media mob. Congress is not at all, not one bit, responsible for this national security nightmare that Joe Biden created. The media mob, they have been silent. They have been complicit now for 3 years. They have allowed the big lie that the border is secure and closed to go forward unchallenged. They have not been showing you, the American people, on other channels, the disaster that is going on that Joe created at our southern border. Biden was handed the single most secure border in our nation's history. Now, here's what really happened. With the stroke of a pen, this is a pen, Joe Biden revoked all of Donald Trump's efforts to exclude illegal immigrants from the census. He strengthened DACA. He ended Trump's interior enforcement rule. He halted all border wall construction. He ended asylum agreements with El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras. He ended the Remain in Mexico policy, and he even let Title 42 expire. Biden never needed Congress to fix any of this. He can reinstate all of those policies that he revoked just as he undid them with a stroke of a pen. But that's not going to stop the mob, the media, the liberal Joes in the media from remaining complicit in the Biden border crisis. They have not covered this story for 3 years. They have steadfastly refused to be showing on a regular basis how bad this disaster is at our southern border caused by Biden's failed policies. And let me be very clear. The Senate border bill, they're all pushing. It's an unmitigated disaster. And by the way, the only good news is Mitch McConnell admitted earlier today it's dead. And not only would this bill do nothing to secure the border, it could, as written, actually codify all of Biden's aiding and abetting of illegal immigrants and law breaking into law. And they know deep down it's total BS. In fact, earlier today on my radio show, Senator Rand Paul joined us from Kentucky, said some Republican senators wanted to keep all of the details that they were putting in this bill away from people like me, specifically because they knew how bad this legislation is for conservatives. And basically, it's not me. They didn't want you to hear about it. And by the way, this is what he said to me. Take a listen.
I'll tell you what I do hear behind the scenes is that as I hear from people in our caucus who talk to sources high up who say we need to make sure Sean Hannity's not talking about this or Laura Ingraham because conservatives, that's why they kept it secret. And that was said out loud in our caucus that said this has to be kept and it cannot be allowed to go in front of the conservative talk show host. It cannot be allowed to discuss. That's why it's secret.
How dare we may actually tell the American people, that's all of you, the truth. Now, meanwhile, earlier this evening, House Republicans, their effort to impeach the DHS Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas, well, it ended up as a tie, but then one flipped so they can bring this bill back. For example, Steve Scalise was not there today. Utah Congressman Blake Moore switched the vote from yes to no, rightly so, and by voting for the majority, that means Congressman Moore can reintroduce the legislation at a later date. And with Steve Scalise set to return, plus special elections looming in New York District 3. By the way, early voting is going on now. That'll be a week from Tuesday. And then California, we have an election in May. Republicans will have a chance to secure a stronger majority. Hopefully they do, and a greater likelihood of passing the impeachment. That is still on the table. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.